Welcome to another edition of Old Man Fingerboard. So, this is the end of week 2. So this is my 2-week progress update. The goal was to learn the kickflip, and get consistent at doing it. So I said I had done, dozens and many attempts, but I didn't really. A lot of them were by accident. I didn't have control under it. Also, I've had time now to use my dynamic deck with dynamic trucks and my cartwheels, and I can give you my thoughts and feelings on this. I brought out, of course, my zero board, so where we started with. Brought this out here, do some comparisons quickly. I did put some bearing wheels on this, so after using my dynamic here with these dynamic trucks and cartwheels, I couldn't believe how loud and rattly this thing sounded, and I had to make some improvements. So before I get into my review, even just to say this dynamic, these trucks with these cartwheels, I don't think anything could be this smooth. It's so tight, it's so silent. So I'll give you more reviews on that soon. You'll see my kickflip. So if you want to know, did I learn the kickflip? I did learn it. Many sleepless nights. I banged my head against the wall a million times, and I probably cried, at least on the inside. And finally now have a technique that is working for me, that I feel good with. It felt so unnatural at first. My first attempts were just completely different than how I'm doing it now. And as you know, I watched lots of different videos and tutorials and techniques. So at the end of the day, I really used a lot of that a little bit, but I definitely have my own, at least mental cue for myself, which, So I'm also gonna have some videos later, my way on showing you how to ollie and my way of showing you how to kickflip and heel flip, things like that. So let's get into it. So first up on this board here, this dynamic, as I mentioned already, it couldn't be any smoother. This grip tape couldn't feel any nicer. The shape for me, it's a little bit smaller than I'd like it, I think now. At first, I really didn't like the shape. I love the board, the quality, how tight it is, these trucks, how smooth they are. Oh my goodness, it's literally unbelievable. And I can't wait to get my Black River complete so I can compare. So the BRTs will be on that. Both in the 34 millimeters. So this is 34 millimeter, the BRT's 34 millimeter. Of course, it's gonna have the Black River, some urethane wheels. So of course, these are some slippery wheels. These are gonna be closer to a plastic feel. So again, it's really, I'll give comparison on wheels. I've already compared these to the Ill Pills. Ill Pills, of course, very squeaky, that urethane, grippier by far. So again, if you like plastic and or the plastic feel, you want something a little bit higher end, these are absolutely amazing, ridiculous. I wish I could find them here locally. I'd probably just go buy lots of them because I'm in love with them already. But I will compare them to some other wheels coming up soon. So let's get on to some kickflips. So this, you might see some editing. So I might have to cut here a few times because I don't have this mastered yet. But what I do have is I have them low, I've got them medium, I've got them high, I've got them going on at least. So let's see my first few attempts here with no warm up even. If I can get a couple kickflips nicely done for you. So there you have it. Not the best attempts, but you see I get a few off now. I'm definitely figuring out a technique that's starting to work for me, which again, I'll share once I have it mastered. But for me, it definitely wasn't the front flick off the corner, at least mentally. For me, definitely was more of the hand wave or the wrist up, with a regular ollie. So instead of me coming up normally, like I'd like to come up like this, is really coming up like this. So yeah, so anyways, I'll definitely have a more detailed breakdown once I have this mastered 100%. But for me right now, definitely it's the ollie with the wrist up quick is what's really, and again, maybe my front finger is just doing that without even thinking because I'm used to ollieing and it's coming off that front corner. But yeah, so anyways, what's my challenge for this week? So my week 3 challenge will of course be call it the evil twin, the heel flip. So I've already started to practice on some heel flips a little bit. So I'm gonna get better at my kick flips and I'll get some heel flips down as well and kind of tell you for me what the differences are on the feel differences. I hope you felt or heard how nice this board sounded or didn't hear it. It's really crazy. Let's get that out of the way. Let's bring this bad boy in. So if you watched my other videos, you've seen my lap trainer here. So made this cheaply just to practice in front of the TV. Now I seem to be bringing it other places. Like right now, I'm waiting to rubber line this and I'm gonna build some other features onto this. But for now, just a little practice thing. Why I'm bringing this out now is I wanna show you one of the differences between my Tech Deck trucks, which to be honest, I've tried a couple cheaper, just generic, imported, cheaper metal trucks already now. Just got a few pairs cheaply and didn't like them at all. The wheels didn't seem to work as nicely as these Tech Deck trucks. So still not hating these Tech Deck trucks, but one of the big things is the kingpin hang up. So of course this wood is a good example. It's smooth on the sides. You get to the middle, hopefully you can even hear that. And it scratches that wood up. The kingpin is just too high. So again, can you grind on this? No problem. So you can definitely grind, no problem. But again, there is going to be a hang up. Now on this dynamic trucks, I mean, there is nothing. There is no hang up whatsoever. Again, so not only are these just smoother, quieter, I don't know much about bushings yet. So right now I'm just using whatever their stock bushings are. And, I don't know enough, I guess, for me that, because I haven't experimented with the bushings yet, but for now, these trucks just, again, feel unbelievable. I find this board a little bit shorter than I want it to be, so I'm making my own boards now, and my board will be a little bit longer than this design for sure. So I've started pressing and experimenting. I'll got a few things to show you, but I'll grab that quickly too. So I just, as an example, I'm ready to shape this board here. I've kind of got my shape traced on, which is a little more aggressive, or a lot more aggressive. So I'm gonna try this next. I've got a very similar to a Tech Deck shape here. Might be hard to see on camera, but again, so another shape here that's the length of the Tech Deck, and really very similar angles. So again, I'm gonna make my my own custom board again, and experiment literally until it is what I consider to be the best board available, using some of the absolute best veneers available on planet Earth. So I'm actually working with a couple local board manufacturers right now, which I'll disclose later, who might be making my boards with me, just because they specialize in this. So I'm gonna get my shapes, my materials, everything down how I want it, and allow them to use their expertise to make them of the highest possible quality, with some Canadian maples and things like that here. So that's that update. And the last thing I want to show you, so just because it's kind of funny to me at least, so from my earlier videos, so I can bring this back for fun. So what I was saying is that the grip tape I was really enjoying for comfort. Switching it up, I found this just was like making my finger raw, but I didn't really think it was helping my ollie at all. now that I've improved my ollie, I mean, I can ollie close to as good with this, but it's slipperier, it's not as consistent. Again, it just, you know, it feels weird even to me now. It's just slippery, so yeah, it's just a lot stickier, a lot better, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna keep working on my kick flips. And so yeah, so I'll keep working on my kick flips here. And my heel flips, I won't quite show you yet, because that'll be for next week. I might show you a midweek update, again, as I design and develop and come up with new ideas or discover new things I like to share. So again, my Black River board will be here, or complete will be here this week, almost guaranteed. Plus, some of my Black River ramps will be here. So right now I'm filming here. I will be filming in my new park when it's set up for at least some of the time. So I will be building again my park, having that set up. In the meantime, hopefully enjoyed seeing the old man Fingerboard do some kick flips, and my dedication and commitment. Again, hours and hours, literally 2 days ago, I did not have that kickflip motion or feel down. I had to spend a couple more hours even watching videos and just analyzing and thinking, and I just knew I had this video coming Sunday. So good reason to set some goals with some timelines was that if I didn't have to do it today, I might not have gotten that kickflip down. So yeah, so I'm super happy. I'll show you some close-ups of this board and these wheels and these trucks. And thanks for watching. Until next time.